His name is John Bassett. But want you guys to know that we have music for everyone. The DJC Radio Global Station is not just a hip hop and R&B station. We cater to all genres of music. So on Mondays we have an indie rock show where we feature some of the best indie rockers and folk rock, country rock, all subgenres of rock. And that's Mondays, 8 p.m. until the next morning. And we kick things off with the Balcony Show with the one, the only, Ann Thatcher. But tonight, like I said, we have the one, the only, big round of applause, John Bassett from the group called Icarus. All right.
Who's ya? That is the only Russian I know. Hello.
Hey, Cocktaila, Cocktaila. Yeah, big shout out to Russia, man. Russia be on this. They tune into this show, to this network all the time. Big shout out to my man King Charlie Prince. What's good? We have Nick. What is the name of your band again? Icarus.
The album that just came out is
Icarus. Okay.
Fixed Fate.
Thank you so much. I'm sorry. His album is Icarus. The band is Fixed Fate, and this is the lead singer, vocalist, guitarist, John Bassett. Welcome to the show, brother.
Hey, thanks for having me, man.
No problem, no problem. It would help if I cut the mic up. So, yes, he is on the show live, and we cater to all genres of music, and he is an indie rocker. And you're based out of where?
Lake George, New York, home and raised.
Lake George, New York, guys. If you haven't been to Lake George, man, you haven't experienced tranquility. That just so tranquil and beautiful. Tell us about your musical background. When did you get started, and who got you into rocking?
So I kind of got cursed with it as a child. My dad was a metalhead too, growing up in the 80s, stuff like Metallica and Armored Saint or Testament. And as I say baby, I don't mean baby lightly, like a 7-year-old, like literally in a cradle, he would put me to sleep with stuff like Master of Puppets and just very harsh, angry music. But hey, put me to sleep. So he pumped me full of that shit as a kid, and I just loved the big operatic, massive sound of those albums, and the fact that you could simultaneously balance anger and beauty and get this delicate mix. So, long story short, my whole life. Thanks, Dad.
That's what's up. Thanks to Dad. Shout out to you. And he did it well. He let it play while you were sleeping, so he put that into your brain. Smart. Now the thing.
Can't interrupt with my talking.
Now the thing that I want to shout out all indie rockers and guys that got bands, gals that got bands, is you guys are still supporting live, real instrumentation, musicians type music. You're not sitting someplace pressing a keyboard or just like whatever. Some of you guys do that, but the bands, I'm giving a shout out to you guys because you're keeping real music alive. How did you come up with the name Fixed Fate?
So, it started off kind of cynical. I would get, not that I was a bad student in high school, but I would, if I ever got like an F on something, I'd get a little upset about it, and kind of stencil in these sarcastic logos, like FUs and stuff like that. I was playing guitar at the time anyways, and I tried to come up with something that's like, in an answer to "you weren't good enough for this." And it started off as Phlox, which I put out my albums under Phlox Project Recordings now. It's just sort of an independent label that I've been doing stuff under. But eventually Fixed Fate came out of it as sort of this, I don't know, it's sort of a nihilistic view on, hey, I could be doing everything exactly how I'm supposed to and then get hit by a bus tomorrow because I was destined to be screwed over. It was like this really sort of just negative outlook on life, which, I mean, it's not, I'm a great angsty high school teen, but as it's progressed over time, I've sort of appreciated it more as if you want something to be a reality in your life, you need to chase it and you
Exactly.
need to love it and pursue it and get over the fact that not everybody is going to go that way with you. But if you
Yeah,
want that to be your destiny, it's your job to fix it that way.
exactly. Round of applause for that. Yeah, absolutely on point. And I'm glad that you got that out of that experience, man. So what do you have currently out, and what are some of your old works, so we can check out you guys' music? Big shout out to my man Rasta Strength. Yes, God bless every time. Go ahead, brother.
So 3 days ago now, December 15th, 2020, I came out with Icarus. That's the songs you're hearing in between this interview and stuff. That one I did with this really, really amazing songwriter, Kelly Kintner. He's really into bluegrass and stuff like that. But
Okay.
I did that one, and I also did A Year in the North. That came out last year. That was another full-length album of just me. I did an acoustic EP, just simply titled Unplugged in 2016. And in 2014, when it was a full band, we did Raining Again and My Letter to You as this digital B-side. So, been chugging around founding was 2012. Been sort of plugging away at it, doing our thing, just trying to make music that makes us feel good for almost 10 years now. Just
Wow.
crazy to think about.
Yeah, that's insane because you look like you're 15. So I
Oh,
don't
yeah. Practically 10
understand
years older.
how that can happen. So tell the world what you do. I want the kids listening to know that you can be a rocker and still do what you do.
I love that. So I'm actually a substitute teacher. You
That's
know,
fun.
I got my bachelor's in history. I'm working on my master's in history education, and my whole life has been, you know what? I fucking love the guitar and getting every noise out of it that I can that translates from what's going on right in here. If I'm having a bad day, a good day, I can sit there and pick up this instrument and just scream about it without even using the English language. And I don't have to make $1 million with it, but if this is something you love, you just do
Yes.
it. So I went and got my teaching degree. I make obviously, your teaching salary year round with your days off and whatnot,
Yeah.
and seasonal breaks. And then I record my music and put it out there, and just hope that somebody else hears something out of it like I do.
Well, I'm very proud of you for juggling both and becoming a very well-respected citizen by being a teacher. Because teachers, man, my background is working with on like juveniles and kids, whatever,
Mm-hmm.
and
Oh, really? Okay.
yeah, that could be a very tough job. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's
It's a
challenging.
great job, but
Yeah, it's definitely rewarding, but it can be tough sometimes. So tell us, what are the instruments that you play, and who are the lead singers, the background? Tell us about your band.
so as of this moment in time,
Okay.
it's me. I'm kind of just running it. I play all the rhythms, do the lead, write the stuff. I put a lot of vocal harmonies in because
Okay.
I growing up on 80s rock like Tesla and Skid Row. I always really loved those guys that get that crazy high range where they'd go up and belt over something.
Rest in
So
peace. Rest in peace to Van Halen. I'm sorry, I just had to say.
absolutely, what a genius.
Yeah, I'm sorry to bring it up. I
Absolute
just had to
innovator.
say that a year before I forgot.
No. And there's a good example right there. A guy that could simultaneously bring in these fat rhythms on a keyboard and then bring in a guitar solo that simultaneously sings to you and pulls you along at 1,000,000 miles an hour.
That's
I mean, it's
Well, listen, we have John Bassett right here on DJC Radio Global. He is from Fixed Fate. His current album is Icarus. And this right here playing in the background is one of the tracks from the album. And this is called A Perfect Circle right here on DJC Radio Global. We'll be back in a second.
Am I the troubled one, or is there something you should face? Was it what I said, or do we seem connect. Will my world begin? Where does my world begin? Will I learn to swim, or will the current pull me down? Follow the bubbles up, knowing the up from down, so I don't drown. It goes something like this. And lose my faith again. Slip through my hands. And here I go again. What do I do this? Keep on calling myself. So here we go again. In a circle.
Yeah, like this, John Bassett from Fixed Feet, and that was called A Perfect Circle. Listen, dope track. Is that your voice also?
Yeah. Everything you hear on there is me. I usually go through, and when I record, I play a lot of the songs live, just at open mics and shows that I do in advance. So I'll get a song really tight performance-wise, and do this. I call it a skeleton track, where it's like the whatever rhythm guitar is going to play consistently through the whole song. And I'll do that one first, which I think on this case was the acoustic guitar, and then just layer over that. I'll put a clean electric, and then a bass, and then I'll put in one vocal, and then I'll put in the harmony, and it's almost like putting a puzzle together to get these songs recorded.
Exactly. So is this on the keyboard, or you're playing the actual guitar?
No, that's all guitars. I think I don't. No, there's no keyboard in Icarus. There is on Unplugged, which is, I mean, that's years ago. That's 2016.
Got you. All right. So tell the world how they can get in touch with you, and if you're up for production, collaborations, or just whatever.
Hey, I'm just I don't want to call myself a creative force. That sounds egotistical, but I love making music. I mean, I play guitar, sing, do whatever. You can catch me on fixedfate.com. That's probably the easiest way. Everything's on Spotify, iTunes, all streaming services. If you look up John Bassett, I'm on Facebook. I'm a friendly guy. If you're really so interested that you feel the need to add me. But yeah, collaboration-wise, I love writing music. So if you find something in here where you hear the songs I'm writing and think, you know what, I like the voice that guy's got going on. I like the types of solos he plays. I'm just trying to make some music, because you put the stuff out there now. It used to be there were these gatekeepers, the record companies would choose who was good and who wasn't. But now it's, you put it out there and it's either good and people find it. Maybe they find it 20 years from now, or it just disappears. So why not throw things at the wall and hope they stick? And have fun with it.
How did you learn how to play the guitar? Yeah, self-taught? You took lessons? What'd you do?
All self-taught. Actually, for aspiring guitar players, I would tell them all to just look up tablature. It's literally just the numbered frets on the guitar. Any song you can think of, just or anything you like. I would figure out old covers that I would listen to on my iPod, figure out how to play them on guitar, and then all of a sudden I was slowly starting to sound like my favorite bands.
Nice.
So, sit there and plug away at it until you like what you're hearing.
Beautiful. So, is there anything that you want to tell the world that we didn't speak about?
Be nice to each other. Everybody's so pissed at each other right now, and it kind of.
I know. Yeah, man. But you up there in Lake George, beautiful Lake George. That place, I did a wedding reception at the Flamingo, and before that, I went there, like decades back. But yeah, that place is just so. Lake George is just beautiful, man. So. It must be easy for you to create in that kind of atmosphere.
Oh yeah. I mean, this is going to sound a little dramatic, but the Native Americans that originally settled here literally believed that the purity of the air, had physical healing properties for humans that visited there. It's an amazing place. So when you're in a place like that where you could just go outside at any time and feel the openness of the world, it's really easy to sit down and just kind of get into that headspace. Now,
people that haven't been there will not understand what you're saying and that feeling, but I totally get what you're saying, and I'm really shocked that you're saying exactly how I feel when I visit there. Shit is crazy. I did not know about that Indian, folklore or like whatever. Mm-hmm. Wow. Dope. So this song that's in the background playing, it's called Safe Travels. What is that about?
So I was seeing this girl. And the whole song is about amazing woman dating asshole that doesn't treat her right, and you're standing by as, a really close person with her, and she's dating this awful guy, and you can just see that you could make her happy and do the right thing with her and not treat her exactly how this guy is, and sometimes they just don't pick you.
So was that the one that got away, John?
Oh, how many got away? They all get away, don't they? Why do you think I'm sitting here writing songs in my living room?
That's dope, but that's a true story, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
I could tell from the way that you were telling it. I was like, this is emotional. He's connected to that.
Yeah.
All right, so safe travels is about that.
Oh yeah, it's
all right.
Hoping you can shake somebody and tell them, hey, this is literally like we could have the world together. And then they just don't take it.
Gotcha. So it's safe to say that you're single right now, obviously.
Oh, it's very safe to say. It's the safest statement all night.
There you have it, ladies. John Bassett from Fixed Fate. He is not multi-talented and educated. He's single.
Jack of all trades over here. Come and get it.
Jack of all trades. So listen, give his music. Tell us your music again and where they can get it real fast, because that's what we're about here. We want to share this great music with the world.
All streaming services, Fixed, like you fixed a car, Fate, your destiny, 2 Fs, or just, fixedfate.com.
That's what's up. All right. Thank you so much, man. God bless and happy holidays to you, brother. And now you are a member of DJC Radio Global.
Hey, man. Thanks again for having me on. It's been a lot of fun.
No problem. All right. So there you have it. John Bassett, Fixed Fate. This is his joint right here called Safe Travels, right here on DJC Radio Global.
evaporates, and it's warm and kind inside your eyes. And I know that it's something special. Imagine a ring on your finger, church bells and white picket fence, but he doesn't care. Yet you're unaware that I could love you You say no, let's play. But if you tell me let's go, no one thinks you're
It's your boy DJ Cisco. This is DJC Radio Global, the number one indie artist support network in the world. And as you see, we play all genres of music. That right there was John Bassett, Fixed Fate, guitarist and lead vocalist of the group Fixed Fate. And he was here live on DJC Radio Global. He's going to be featured on the Indie Rock Monday show, which airs every Monday, 8 p.m. until the next morning, kicking things off at the Balcony Radio Show. They play, and Thatcher and Friends, some of the best indie rockers in the world, along with DJC Radio Global. If you want your music heard, send 1 or 2 MP3s to DJC Radio Airplay at gmail.com. We're going to get to my main man, the Ryan FM show.